key is not to look down.
There's this one sick angle right there. Look at that.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna continue working on the 2020 Toyota Supra. And as you guys seen in the previous video, we finally got this front end completely painted and it turned out pretty dang good, but it's still gonna need a buff just to match that factory OEM finish, which that's probably one of the major things that we're gonna do today is get this sucker completely wet sanded and buffed. But before we do any of that, what we're gonna do is actually run up to the dealership where we ordered a bunch of little final touches like the airbags, some brackets, and a few other little things here and there. So let's just go ahead and start with that, run up there and see what they got.
All right, so we just pulled up to the dealership, we went inside and they sent us to a different location. I guess this is their like detailing center where they store a bunch of parts as well. So.
Oh yeah, they have it all over here, but hopefully, I don't think they have everything. He just said we're just waiting on a few little pieces, but we're just gonna get with what they have today because, you know, we just need it, man. We just need it.
We just wanna see what we're working with because there is some other things that we could possibly do after we're done buffing.
Oh yeah.
Let's see what they got and we'll head back home.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, so we are back from the dealership and this is what we got. We got our inner fenders for the passenger side and we got a few miscellaneous parts here and there. We got our skeleton for our front bumper. That means we can go ahead and fully assemble our front bumper. We have like an air duct for our cold air intake, or our intake's not a cold air yet. Maybe I already spoiled it. But yeah, we got an air duct here. We got a few miscellaneous pieces here for our front bumper. And we got our Toyota badge right here for
I said BMW there because I mean that's basically what it is.
I know, man. We done said BMW so much that I feel like we just gotta be. When you sit in it, it's a BMW. But anyways, we got our front badge. We'll probably slap that on after we buff it. And we got our bulb. This is a bulb for our headlight because, as you guys know, we didn't get nothing with our headlights. We just bought them plain. But one side is broken for our headlight. But
dude,
check.
These little pieces were super expensive. I think that one was like 200 and the other one was like 500
This
bucks.
is a bulb right here, and that's LEDs right there to light up, I guess, the DRL and stuff like that, which this was like 300 bucks and the computer module was 500 bucks.
Something like that.
That was just insane.
So what's the only thing that we did not get?
We didn't get none of our airbags, which kind of sucks, but I mean, it's not a big deal. Right now, we're mainly focused on the exterior. About burning my foot on this huge Corsa exhaust.
Dude, that happens all the time, man. Them suckers stick out so far, but you know what?
It's worth it, man. I'd rather burn myself than having that hidden inside.
Them weak tips, right?
Yeah, but anyways, we're gonna leave that alone. We're gonna jump back on the Supra, grab all of our wet sandpaper, start color sanding, and hopefully get that whole entire front end buffed out.
Son, we finally got this whole entire massive hood completely sanded. And what do we have to go through right there, dude?
All we did was a 2500, which is basically the last step other than the 3000. But dude, man, check that out. We went over it twice and dude, we got this sucker smooth.
Smooth, man.
I know, it wasn't really too bad though, because I mean, there was a few rough patches. The paint overall was super slick, but dude, that stuff went by quick. All we gotta do is just hit it with the 3000, but we'll probably do that last.
Yeah, that'll probably be last step because the 3000 grit goes super quick. We're gonna hit everything all at once. But that front bumper though, dude.
That front bumper is really slick. We may barely hit it on the sides right here and probably just that front section right there, and that's it. That sucker is slicked in. But as for the next step, you want to just do this side right here?
Yeah, might as well. Let's just stick to one side, knock out that fender, that door, get it super matte like that right there. What if we just left it like that, sanded it and left it?
Man, I don't know.
That'd probably throw air resistance on it.
Probably, man. And if it rains and stuff like that, it'll stain it and stuff like
Oh,
that.
no. This right here, or buffing this out, is actually going to make this car a little bit faster.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man.
It's going to need it.
And it's going to cut down a little bit of the clear coat, cut down some weight, man.
Weight reduction, dude.
There you go.
But anyways, I guess let's sand everything, and then what?
And then we're going to make this whole entire car look like glass. All right, guys, so we finally got everything wet sanded that we're gonna buff, except for that front bumper, because we're still deciding if we're gonna buff it on the car or on a stand. We'll see, but right now we're mainly focused on the hood and the doors and all that good stuff. But before we start buffing or sanding it with even a 3000 grit, we're probably gonna run to the store and pick up a brand new wool pad and some 3000, because our wool pad has been used plenty of times on the whole entire Trackhawk build, and that's the compound will actually dry up inside the wool pad, and it's really hard to wash off. And if you don't really wash it out good, it can put swirls all up in your paint, and we do not want that because this is a black car.
Yeah, with black paint, the little hairline scratches are very visible, so we want to just get a brand new pad.
Oh yeah, brand new pad is gonna cut a lot faster anyways, and with a brand new 3000 grit, it's just gonna sand a lot better too. So let's just go ahead and run to the local store and pick all of our supplies up.
Alrighty guys, so check that out. After just 2 passes with that brand new buffer wheel, we got some absolutely amazing results right there, dude.
Dude, those are just the perfect result, dude. That is glass right there, man.
For sure, but it's not 100% done because that is just rubbing compound.
Yeah.
And certain like lightings, you'll probably see some swirls, mainly
You'll see
in the
like
sun.
dual spots like here and there because that wool pad does leave so much swirls, so it kind of duals the clear coat out a little bit. But once that polishing pad goes on there, dude, it's gonna deepen it, darken it, and make it even shine a lot more, dude.
You're gonna definitely see the true colors of that paint because there is a bunch of metallics, a bunch of flake in there.
Dude, there's a lot of it.
It looks really good. But as of right now, we're actually gonna stop on the buffing right now. We're gonna do something a little bit odd.
Yeah, just an oddball little job.
Oddball little job. If you might have not noticed in the background, I think Mom and the sisters are changing the color of the house.
Yeah, they're painting it up, so we're gonna go in there and do the hard part. The very top over there by the electrical lines, we gotta just finish painting it up.
Yeah, so I guess
they get us to do the sketchy work.
The sketchy, like close to the power lines.
I know, man. You can paint that one.
I'll do it, man. Let's go in there and get it done.
Let's do it.
dude. I just had to do a little bit of tight roping up there, but you know what? It wasn't too crazy, dude.
Oh no, dude, but you got it looking good right there.
Yeah, finished up that little patch right there, but now that we got this sucker painted, you want to buff it? But anyways, we're done here. We helped him out a little bit. Let's get back onto that Supra.
Let's do it.
Alrighty guys, so we finally got this whole entire hood completely buffed out. About 2 passes over the whole thing, but it did take forever, dude.
Oh yeah, it definitely took forever on this big hood, but dude, it is finally where we want it to. The hood is finally shiny again, but you might be able to pick up all those swirls and haziness that wool pad left behind, because there is a ton of it. It's just some angles you can pick it up, some angles you can't. But that's what we were talking about right there, how much that wool pad leaves behind. But that's when the polishing wheel comes in and it'll polish and remove all that and give the color some depth in it.
Oh yeah, dude, I can't wait till we get to that. But we still got a little bit more to buff. We got this side and that side and then the bumper, but this stuff should go pretty dang quick,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, that stuff is no problem. Just the hood took forever because I had to lean over and try to get all that in the middle.
And I seen this right here. You taped it up.
Oh yeah, I had to put some of that. What kind of tape is that?
That's like the electrical soft tape. That way it doesn't scratch.
It's like for like electrical lines or whatever. I don't know what it is, but it's super soft, and I had to put it on there because I was leaning over and this hard plastic line right here will actually put scratches in it, and I seen that and I was like, dude, I gotta put some on it, and that's the perfect thing right there. So that's it for the hood. Tomorrow, I guess we're just gonna have to continue with the buffing.
All right, so it is the next day here, and before we continue working on the Supra, I do want to mention that we just got some brand new t-shirts on the website. It's a super fire, brand new design. As you guys know, all of our merch has been selling out pretty dang quick, so we really do appreciate all the love and support. But here you go, guys. This one is on the website, so if you want to copy one, definitely be sure to visit goonzquad.com. But as of right now, let's try to get this whole entire Supra buffed out.
All right, so that is it for the whole entire buffing process. The car is just completely buffed. It's looking really good. The next step is to pretty much go ahead and slap on our brand new pad right here, our ultra fine polishing pad. Grab some of our polish right here and just polish this sucker out. And we went ahead and taped off the windows really well because we are planning on just polishing the entire car just to make everything just pop, honestly.
Just pop and flow, like, so this stuff is just as shiny as that back end, because this front end, the new paint job may be shinier if we don't
Oh yeah,
do the
definitely.
polish.
I mean, this is already kind of like used paint, whatever you want to call it. It's been through some stuff.
3,000 miles.
Yeah,
man.
we may even go over it with a clay bar. That way we can remove some of the, I believe there's a little bit of overspray on it because there was like a little hole in the tape and it kind of missed it on here. So we'll go over it with the clay bar. And once we do that, we'll probably just go ahead and end up polishing the whole entire car. But as of right now, let's just go ahead, jump on this hood right here and see if we can polish this thing out.
Dang, now that is what I'm talking about right there. The very first panel is completely polished out. And check out that reflection, dude.
Man, check out that. Dude, you can see the sky like you're looking up at the sky, but all you gotta do is just look down at the paint right there, dude.
There's this one sick angle right there. Look at that.
The Viper and everything. The forklift, more importantly, you can see that really good. But, dude, as you can tell, no swirls at all. They just darken, deepen the paint up. That's just exactly what this paint should look like. And that is just perfect right there. So we knocked out the biggest panel. The next thing we're gonna move on to is probably the roof, because once we lift this thing up to get the doors and stuff, it'll be very difficult to get the roof. So we're gonna go ahead and probably do a little bit of,
clay bar. We're gonna do clay bar wherever we feel like it needs, you know, rough patches or whatever.
Yeah, and once we clay bar, we're gonna go ahead and polish it. And then we're gonna lift this sucker up and just polish the rest of this car out. Alright, so we finally got the entire Supra completely polished out, and it turned out absolutely perfect. From the rear end all the way up to the front to the new paint job, it all looks just original now, dude. It looks perfect. This is exactly what you want to go for on a black car. And I gotta say, dude, we might even go over it with like some ceramic coat to just deepen it up and to protect the paint after this. But anyways, the next thing that we're gonna do is probably jump up front here. As you know, we haven't even touched our front bumper, and we decided that we're actually gonna just piece that whole entire thing together completely and then throw it on the car and then probably buff it like that. So let's just go ahead and see if we can piece that thing completely together and throw it on the car.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about right there. Now we have a complete front bumper. And what do we got going on right there? Is that low life?
Hey, this is low life for you. This is the original front lip. I mean, you can't really tell if it's, you know, if it's going to be on the car right there. That's just part of it.
Dude, we were trying to get a carbon fiber one. We ordered one, and then they said like they were backed up 8 weeks.
Yeah,
so
6 to 8 weeks, which we can't wait for that long. It's
we
way too
move,
long.
dude.
Oh,
We fly through these builds, man.
But we got the wiring harness on here. We got all the sensors. There's even a sensor in here, which we didn't know. That's like probably the adaptive cruise control. So we got this thing 100% complete. All we have to do is basically throw on our headlights back on the car, then try to slap this bumper back on the car.
Outside.
Dude, she looks beautiful. The sun just kind of went away because it's a little bit cloudy today. But dude, overall, it looks absolutely amazing. The front bumper looks super killer with all the inserts, the grills, and we just threw the headlights. We just threw that Toyota emblem on there temporarily.
Oh yeah, and as I was mentioning before, with the black car, you got the black headlights, and you see how all that just matches now. Looks, I believe the black just looks the best because of the black headlights, you know, that just looks so good now.
And the GR, you got a little bit of red accents, the calipers, the mirrors, which we haven't thrown on.
And we just noticed that these little side marker lights actually got little tint on them, so somebody already like threw a little bit of tint on there. I would have liked them all black. We may even like just paint them, you know,
something like that. Yeah, definitely we could do the orange delete, but overall, man, this thing is coming together. The front end definitely needs to be adjusted a good bit. We got to fix the body gaps, but
yeah, there's a bunch of adjustments on these headlights and on the bumper brackets itself. They go up and down, and the hood needs a little bit of adjustment, but you know what, that's just what we're gonna do probably in the next video, is adjust everything 100%. And dude, this thing will be done,
dude. This thing will be ripping. We're gonna probably complete the interior as well. And what else did we had a few little sneak peek or a few little special things coming from this thing.
Definitely a few little things here and there.
Not gonna give any more sneak peeks. We might have gave a few away in the video.
Oh, definitely. But anyways, our next step is to actually get those seat belts off and send them out, because you know what, we can't really drive it without no seatbelt. So
true that, and we may get them in red as well.
Yeah, definitely, that would be really cool. That's in the books right there. Do some red seatbelts and do a few other little touches here and there, and this thing will be just popping. But as of right now, as it sits with being completely polished, this thing just looks absolutely magnificent.
Alrighty guys, so that is pretty much going to be a wrap for today's video. This build is coming to completion here real soon, but we do have a few surprises planned, so make sure your guys' post notifications are on so you don't miss out on anything. And also, if you do want an inside scoop before YouTube, definitely give us a follow on Instagram at goonzquad. And also, don't forget that the brand new t-shirts are on the website right now. We got that super fire brand new design. These are very limited and they're probably gonna go super quick, so definitely be sure to visit goonzquad.com and help support your boys. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Be sure to drop your comments and thoughts down below, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.